Welcome to the Shawn Linton Talk Show. I'm your host, Dr. Linton, and this is just a show today that I would I've called it the show Setting the Record Straight. Why I decide to leave production and entertainment jobs. Some things I am a certain person. I'd like you to know that I don't just do things for the show. And I just don't do things because everybody's doing it or say things. There is a right time to say, there's a right time to act, there's a right time to move, and there's a right time to do things appropriately. I work in the public and I well known, and not only that, I lived up to a certain code, ethics, and also a certain level of respect. So I don't prove things to anybody because I am a spiritual man. I believe in God. God does the work, and God will work things out in His own time. But then there is a time when we do speak, and there's nothing wrong with that. That we speak when there is a time, and for people to have clarity and for people to understand, and also in the line of work that we do, to enlighten, to empower, to equip, to inspire, to motivate, to illuminate, to illumini, to bring, to spread the light, to give love, to coach, to guide, to shield, to advise, to equip, to instruct. Is that it's always good at times for us to be transparent, because we are not saying, we're not speaking down to people, and we should never speak down to people, but we speak to people on the level in order to bring us up to a higher level, that when we are on a higher plane and on a higher level, we are able to live a better life, and a better equipped life, and a better life that is of worth and strength, within oneself. And what I'm talking about is not in materialistic things, and is not in the things that is temporal, but is also in the things that cannot be seen, is spiritual. And when you're a spiritual being and you connect to that spiritual source, I'm telling you that you won't agree with everybody, and we're not meant to agree with everybody. That's not what life is about. You see, it's not that. That's not what it's about. It is fundamentally about you finding your purpose, you moving within your purpose, you fulfilling your purpose. And if you gotta die for the cause, then do so. But it's all about to enlighten and to bring light to everybody, to make a distinguish between what's personal and what is not, what is professional and what is career, to make that defined distinction, because everyone, even though you may be a public, but you have got a right to your personal space and your personal life, and should be given that respect, you know I give God thanks for the way I was raised. I give God thanks to my great grandparents who was very good Anglican, and they were great ambassador in the community, providing jobs and just being good to people. I give God thanks. My grandmother, my grandparents, who were just the same. I remember I usually steal my grandparents' stuff, when we go to visit, to give to the poor people. And I enjoyed doing that, but I did confess, because I know it was a wrong deed, but she didn't miss it. There are tons of stuff, but still it wasn't mine. When you grow, you mature, you give, tell your side. And they knew, she knew. But that was how I was always motivated from a young child to help people. You heard me talking about being on tele from the age of 6. I became the church president at the age of church library, the age of 12. Some of my education was private, and I was introduced to production, the entertainment scene. I became a model in my 20s. Now, I was never going to be Paris or Milan top face of Vogue, because that's was never my interest. It just happened. Because of my talent that I wasn't even skillful in. I'm an actor, I grew up on the set and all of that, but modeling just happened as a coincidence, and I use it. It's got nothing to do with I was qualified or so I ever wanted to be. It was an opportunity that I respected, and I'm grateful for all the opportunity and all the people, if you, any one of you watching, that had given me that opportunity and that privilege, because of course it was a job that paid my bills at the time. you know at the same time, my church was calling, and I was growing older, and I was born in the church and raised in the church. And at the time when I was growing, it was very strict, and you could not do this and you could not do that, and we had a whole lot of do's and don'ts, and you can't and you shouldn't, and you know. And at the time I was doing magazine covers, I was doing a whole lot, and that's not, I did a whole lot of charity work and all of that also, but that the creative side, I'm a creative person, and that creative side was a part of me. So my church and my gift was calling at the time, and they really wanted me. And I believe I wouldn't say got confused, because there wasn't any fit training there or any set protocol, more than you were told what not to do more than what to do. I believe if you were told who you are, and I'm not saying that people in church doesn't teach that, but majority of the times you were told, okay, if you do these people, if you mix with these people, if you do that, and I was baptized, as you know, I was baptized by Pastor Summers and Evangelist Summers, the church, and they remain my spiritual parents to today, and my teenage church in London, Pastor Benjamin and Mother Benjamin, that remain my spiritual mother from today. And also in Derby, when I came for university, Mother Bailey and Evangelist Bailey, that still remain my spiritual parents that I love. And it's got nothing to do with these my beloved brethren, but to do with your journey, and also the making to bring out in a holistic, powerful way who you really are. So there was a time when I stopped everything. I stopped acting. I turned in contracts. I was doing a radio show. I stopped that. I had, if you would say, I call it my breakdown, came not because of working hard, but not finding and knowing oneself and how to fulfill it. And I had what caused the delay. It was I said, a group of people that I choose to call at this time Project H, because I don't seek revenge. I don't seek to take to court or anything. My investigator, myself, we went through that, and we gone through that, and it's fine, for what they did, for what they said, for what they tried. And it was, I was just in a place at that time that I just wanted to find myself, to see where do I fit as a godly person, how do I fit all of that with that, because I know I'm gifted and I'm talented. How do I fit to bring this in together and to work and to still preach and speak in tongues and teach and dance at the same time? It was just too much for my brain, so I stopped and wanted a break, and was taking a break. Even though I was doing a book at the same time, I was taking a break. So when this group came on me, I'm telling you, I went through the doors. I went up the cliff and over the cliff. But it's just because it was a time that I was actually had too much, and I was trying to find myself, and I was overworked, and I had a lot more going on. I needed to be left alone. But these people take me on, and I was not mentally in a place to handle this the way that it ought to handle, because I would never have gotten to where I am now if I'd listened to gossip or care what people say or listen what people say. I would have finished a long time ago as a child. So I don't think nobody don't like me. I don't think people have got any vendetta. I don't think that. I just flipped out on that special group that is no longer an issue now, because I've dealt with what was to be dealt with, was finding my place. And my place is knowing that God have called me to preach and to teach. But at the same time, and I'm a goodwill ambassador. At the same time, I travel around mentoring, and I've got a job in production and entertainment. At the same time, I'm all of these persons. So because I find that, I no longer have an issue with Project H. They can say what they want to say, because when if it is not Project H, it's going to be Project F. It's going to be another project. But my encouragement to you and for doing this video is that but we need to thank God. And I can say now, I am God vessel. And I've got many gifts that the world to see. So what I stand now is on a new level to help to advise people, equip people, that when people come against you, you don't have to die. You don't have to stop. You don't have to resist. You don't have to. You have you have the purpose within you to go, 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 go. Never stop. Never ever give your voice to another. Move and move on to, and also love people. Because I've got a passion for people. I don't think people don't like me. I would never have that dream, because my vision and my dream is only above, and to say what above given to me, to give and to shine the light for all to see, whatever stage I'm on, whether it is in this world, America, or across the globe. But what I'm saying, we are still not naive to know that you will have haters. But it's not for you to defend yourself or for you to stop, but it is for you to keep moving on, because God is with you and you will survive. Never stop. Never give up. God bless you.